Dear students, I welcome you all to Deenbandhu Choturam, University of Science and Technology, Murthal. Myself, Dr. R.K. Garg, Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department and Director, University Computer Center. This is my first formal interaction with you after you got admitted at the crust. I'm going to interact in my capacity as Director, University Computer Center. For this interaction, I have been given the responsibility to give you an overview of the University Computer Center. The University Computer Center is housed in state-of-the-art iconic building named Saraswati Library Complex. This building is constructed based on green technology. The computer center enjoys an area of more than 1,000 square meters. It is on 3 floors of the university. At the ground floor, we have one seminar hall which can accommodate 100 persons, equipped with projection facilities and inbuilt sound system. On the first and second floor, we are having computer labs, server rooms, UPS rooms, along with the cabins for officers and officials employed in the University Computer Center. Dear students, now you have entered in tertiary education in your life. Before I proceed for the assigned tasks, I would recall the days of your primary and secondary education. A child enters the school for primary education, and after a cooling period, he starts learning or remembering numbers, numerals, say mathematical digits. The concept of numbers is introduced by drawing lines on a piece of paper or just counting on fingers like 1, 2, 3, 4. With the passage of time, the kids are slowly exposed to simple mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. For example, if I ask to a child to add 5 and 4, then the one way is that he will keep 5 in the mind and will start counting next 4 on fingers, starting from 6, 6, 7, 8, 9. And thus, the child learns the concept of addition. As we proceed to secondary education, the complexity goes on increasing. The numbers of multiple digits are introduced. At this age, a student starts taking the help of certain calculating devices. In the second phase of secondary education, let us say from class 9th onwards, trigonometric functions, algebraic equations, and statistical terms are introduced. The student has to switch over to electronic programmable devices, for example, calculators or scientific calculators. Due to advancement in technology and competitive environment, the devices is mechanical devices, which are otherwise operated or controlled manually. we start to control and monitor them using electronic programmable devices. Such devices may include, but not limited to, home appliances, machines and equipments used in the industries. Leaving the traditional sports and games, we start playing games on machines as a source of entertainment. If I talk about the second part of the society, basically, if we go for the past, we have either civilians or military people. If I forget about the civilians and take the example of military people, all the weapons which are earlier manufactured manually. The manual manufacturing involves the concept of hard work under tough and extreme weather conditions within a long duration of time. But now the manufacturing has been shifted on automatic and programmable machines. These machines even can be controlled remotely. Computer is such a machine. The University Computer Center is a house of such electronic programmable machines called computers. We at the University Computer Center provide an opportunity to work with the computers. It may include store, retrieve, and processing of data. Let us try to define computer. Cambridge Dictionary has defined the computer as an electronic machine that is used for storing, organizing, and finding words and numbers, pictures, for doing calculations, and for controlling other machines. Dictionary.com. It defines the computer as a programmable electronic device designed to accept data, perform mathematical and logical operations. If we talk about the speed, at a high speed, and the results are displayed. Mainframes, desktop and laptop computers, tablets, smartphones are some of the different types of computers. Another definition of the computer is that it is an electronic device for storing and processing data, typically in binary form, according to the instructions given to it in a variable program. Wikipedia has defined the computer as a machine that can be instructed to carry out sequences of arithmetic or logical operations automatically via computer programming. Modern computers have ability to follow generalized sets of operations called programs. These programs enable computers to perform an extremely wide range of tasks. A very simple definition of computer is a person who makes calculations, especially with the calculating machine. Now, let us try to find out the meaning of the word computer. In 1613, the first known use of the word computer. It is from the book, The Young Man's Gleanings. The book was written by English writer Richard Braithwaite. And the meaning of the computer is the usage of the term referred to a human computer, a person who carried out calculations or computations. From 1640 onwards, the computer means one who calculates. This was the first attested use of computer. From 1897 onwards, this word computer means calculating machine, maybe of any type. However, from 1945 onwards, we can say that this is the modern use of the word computer. And the modern meaning of this word computer, it means programmable, digital, electronic computer. You will be surprised to know that by the end of 1943, most human computers in the world, they were women. Computers means women. If I go about the brief history of these computational tools, because computer, the one which calculates, it means it is a machine, it is a device, or it is a computational tool. The history goes with the invention of the first known calculator, that was Sumerian abacus, which was invented by Babylon in about 2500 BC. This Sumerian abacus, it was based on the mechanism drawing lines on sand with pebbles. As I already said, that nowadays we count on fingers. At that time, we draw lines on sand with the help of pebbles. The first mechanical analog computer, it was based on Antikythera mechanism. It is believed to be the earliest mechanical analog computer. The purpose of this mechanical analog computer was to calculate astronomical positions. It was discovered in 1901. Charles Babbage, he originated the concept of a programmable computer while he was working on a difference engine. Maybe from 1880s onwards, Charles Babbage is known as the father of the computer. This is another surprising fact to you people, that nowadays we dream to take admissions in computer science and engineering. But the only machine, that is computer, that was made by Charles Babbage, and he was a mechanical engineer, English mechanical engineer. His son, Henry Babbage, he was also working on the same project, and the 1906, he gave a successful demonstration of its use in computing tables. If you talk about digital computers, the first digital electronic computer was invented in 1937, but it was not programmable. It was 1941 when the world's first working electromechanical, programmable, fully automatic digital computer was invented. It was Zeus computer, but it was not electronic. In 1945, Colossus was the world's first electronic digital programmable computer. This computer was used to break German ciphers during World War II. The ENIAC, ENIAC, which stands for electronic numerical integrator and computer. It was the first electronic general purpose programmable computer which was built in US. The programmers of the ENIAC were 6 women, and these women are known as ENIAC Girls. However, the hardware was created by the men. The modern computers, known as Manchester Baby, it was the first stored program computer. It was built at Victoria University of Manchester by Frederick Williams, Tom Kilburn, and Tuttle. The first program was ran on 21st June 1948. Ferranti Mark, the first commercially available general purpose computer invented by Ferranti Mark. It was delivered to the University of Manchester in February 1951. Personal computers. IBM launched its model 5150 in 1981. This was the first IBM PC personal computer. It was created by engineers and designers under the direction of John S. Rich at Florida. The computer was priced at about $1,600 US. However, the first desktop computer launched by Apple, Lisa, to present a graphical user interface machine. It was released in 1983 and it was priced at about $10,000 US. Now, let's move to internet. Internet is a medium for sharing information and communicating with people from anywhere using computers. If I talk about the means of communication, oral communication and written communication. Oral means verbal communication. It is one of the earliest forms of human communication. The oral tradition of storytelling has dated back to various times in history. How the people used to communicate? They communicate through songs, through poems, and chants. People would gather in groups and pass down stories, myths, and history. Before mobile phones, pagers, and computers were born, oral communication to written communication, writing letters. Communication is a vital aspect of a person's everyday living. To be able to convey their thoughts and ideas, to answer queries and everything else that needs to be expressed. In the earlier days, people were using animals for sending mails, mostly used for pigeons. Hence the name pigeon posts. Pigeons, specifically homing pigeons, have an excellent sense of direction and can easily find their way. For this reason, people choose pigeons when sending a note or message to someone. After composing the message in little scraps of paper, they used to tie and attach this to the bird's leg. Up to this present time, pigeons post continue to be useful in most remote places where electricity and internet are unavailable. This method was also used in the military and navy to convey orders from one post to the another. Fast forward to modern civilization. There are a lot of different types of procedures on how to send a letter or a package to any parts of the world. Among us, the most popular options are postal services like USPS or FedEx. If you only need to send a letter or mail, the internet is always available and can provide different options. Email or electronic mail is one of the most common methods via the internet. Through an email services like Gmail or Yahoo Mail, you don't have to write down on a piece of paper, use a stamp and spend money. Emailing is a method of sending a letter virtually, and the recipient can immediately receive it in a matter of seconds or minutes. Now let us switch over to the history of communication. If we try to trace the history of communication, it's a long back, probably 5 lakh BCE, since the origin of speech. However, if I talk about the use of technology in communication, it may be considered since the first use of symbols, probably 30,000 years before Christ era. You are familiar with cave paintings? Ideograms. Ideograms are the graphical symbols like arrowheads, stars, which are used to represent an idea. The invention of the first writing system is roughly contemporary with the beginning of the Bronze Age of the late 4000 BC. Writing was a major innovation as well as printing technology and more recently telecommunications and the internet. Let us proceed for the history of communication, written technology. 30,000 BC in Ice Age Europe, people mark ivory, bone, and stone with patterns to keep track of time using a lunar calendar. Prior to 3500 BC, the communication was through paintings. It was nearly 3500 BC when Sumerians script were invented. The first alphabet was immersed around 2000 BC in ancient Egypt. The paper was invented in 105. Hindu Malayan empires, they wrote legal documents on copper plates. It was near about in 7th century. The paper was introduced to the Muslim world in 751. If I talk about the printing technology, it was started in 1305. The Chinese, they developed wooden block movable type printing. However, the first photocopier, which was suitable for office use, that was developed in 1958. History of telecommunication. The telecommunication means the transmission of signals. over a distance for the purpose of communication. It began thousands of years ago with the use of smoke signals and drums in Africa, America, and parts of Asia. It was 1790, the first fixed semaphore system emerged in Europe. However, it was not until the 1830s that electrical telecommunication system started to appear. If we talk pre-electric, it was about 30 AD when the Roman Emperor Tiberius ruled the empire from the island of Capri by signaling messages with metal mirrors to reflect the position of the sun. The first long-distance semaphore telegraph line was invented in 1790s, and the first long-distance electric telegraph line that was developed in 1843. Alexander Graham Bell and Thomas A. Watson, they invented electrical telephone in 1876 in Boston. Radio and television, the another ways of communication. It was 1920 when the radio station was based at Pittsburgh to first broadcast. In 1999, Sirius satellite radio is introduced. Fax, electric printed telegraph. It was invented in 1843. In 1926, the radio fax was made commercially available. However, first modern fax machine for long distance chirography, it was made public in 1964. Mobile telephones. They were introduced cellular phones in 1947. The first, or I can say the world's first automatic mobile phone was put into operation in 1981. It was 1991 when GSM was put into operation. 1992, the first text message, SMS, was sent. If I talk about the history of internet, the first email was sent in 1965. It was 1976 when the market for the personal computers was born. The Microsoft Word software, it was launched in 1983, whereas the World Wide Web, WWW, it became operational in 1989. Mosaic graphical web browser in 93, and internet radio broadcasting was invented in 1994. The social networking features, they were added in 2001, Skype in 2003, Facebook in 2004, which became the largest social networking site in 2009, YouTube in 2005, Twitter in 2006, iPhone in 2007, WhatsApp in 2009, and Instagram was launched in 2010. We can define the internet. The internet is the global system of interconnected computer networks that uses the internet protocol to communicate between network and devices. You can say a network of networks that consist of private, public, academic, business, and government networks of local to global scope, linked by a broad array of electronic, wireless, and optical networking technologies. The internet carries a vast range of information resources and services, such as the interlinked hypertext documents and application of the World Wide Web, electronic mail, telephony, and file sharing. Now, both these two, the computers and the internet, we provide a lot of facilities to our students. Now, let me to give you an overview of our University Computer Center, how it meets these two requirements of computers as well as internet. The University Computer Center, it manages the central computing and networking facilities for the entire university. We have a dedicated 1 gigabyte lease line from BSNL under a project of the Ministry of Education, Government of India, to provide 24/7 internet connectivity through LAN and through Wi-Fi in various offices of the university, administrative blocks, academic blocks, hostels, residences, faculty guest house, and other parts of the university. They are equipped with LAN or Wi-Fi connectivity. At present, 1500 wired node network is running on 10 giga OFC backbone. We are also having Geo Wi-Fi connectivity in our campus. The University Computer Center is having state-of-art virtual classroom to conduct online workshops and training programs. The university is a remote center of IIT Bombay and IIT Kharagpur to conduct workshops and training on the latest technology for the students and faculties through audio-visual interactions. The university is designated as Akash Project Research Center of IIT Bombay. In collaboration with IIT Madras, university has conducted various QEEE classes in virtual mode for the students of Bachelor of Technology in different disciplines of engineering and technology. E-learning resources and NPTEL lectures are also available to the students through university intranet server. Our university, DCRUST, is a member of National Digital Library. The university website is deployed on the domain www.dcustm.ac.in. Here D stands for Dinbandhu, C for Chotu, R for Ram, U for University, S for Science, T for Technology, and M for Murthal. To ensure complete, up-to-date, timely information, dissemination to all stakeholders of the university and public at large, the institutional email ID facility is available for all university employees and the students. You people will get your official email ID once the roll numbers are allocated. The online grievance redressal mechanism is deployed to address the complaints of the students. UCC University Computer Center conducts awareness programs for time to time to keep students, faculty, and staff members abreast from latest trends in technology and digitally literate. We also organize various special training programs and spoken tutorials for the students to make you aware about the availability of e-resources and their use in learning and development of websites. The University Computer Center is intended to perform the following functions. This is a brief list, and we may perform more functions as per the requirement of the university or its stakeholders, including the students. Some of the functions which we perform or we are expected to perform, they include to provide a central computing facility, also offer possible assistance to the students in conducting their research and processing, analyzing of their data, to organize and conduct short-term courses for the students and staff of the university, to assist various departments of the university for computerization of their activities, to establish, coordinate, maintain, and administer campus-wide network, including internet and allied services, to work at the coordinating center in networking with computer centers of other universities for exchange of expertise and software, also for the dissemination of the knowledge, to promote and also to undertake consultancy and contractual work relating to the use of computer facilities. It may include the development of the software, general purpose software, conduct of examinations. We also encourage joint ventures for professional works from public and private sectors. To keep track of the latest developments in computer hardware and software technologies, internet technologies, and collect information, acquire and impart knowledge to the university staff, students, to collect and collate information to facilitate staff and students, to develop human resource in the field of information and communication technology, to coordinate and extend support to various departments in the university, to organize online teaching. Dear students, we at University Computer Center are committed for the help of our students whenever it is related to either the computers or the internet facilities. The computer center at present, it is operational during the normal working hours on all working days. But as per the requirement of the students, we people are open for the students beyond 5 as well as during the holidays. With these words, I thank you and once again welcome you all to our university, DCRUST. Thank you very much.